Hello and welcome back to the Delta analysis video. Today's Delta Plusle and Delta Minun, which are fire and fairy and ice and fairy respectively. I'm doing a video on both simultaneously, mainly because the similarities are there are so many similarities compared to the differences, even though they share a different second type or first type actually. But yeah, they do basically the same thing, and it would be a waste of my time and your time for me to make a video on both of them separately, because I would say the same things a lot in both videos. So I'm doing a video on both simultaneously because it's easier for me, and you'll also see the similarities between the two, which can be nice if you like considering between the two. I'm comparing them right here, right now. Anyway, and I made the background for this thing specifically. This video specifically took me way too long because I don't know, things went wrong and I'm stupid. But yeah, Delta Plusle, Delta Minun, fairy types. Fairy is a very good type. Ice is not a very good type, and fire is also a very good type. So fire fairy is very good. Ice fairy it's not bad, but ice is bad. Fairy is really good, but ice is bad. But point is, you're not really taking much. This thing is not planning to take hits. If you look at the stats, this thing is not planning to take hits. Plusle is like the least defensive one of the two. 60 HP, 40 defense, 75 speed def. It doesn't want to take hits. It's not bulky at all. 50 attack, 85 special attack, 95 speed. It's kind of fast, which is like the best thing about it. And the special attack is okay. But its attack, you're not going to be physical with this thing. This thing is special mainly. Like if you have a physical move, it's like a tech move, at best. Yeah. And minus stats is 10 from the offenses into the defenses, which means it has 50 defense and 85 speed def and 75 special attack and 40 attack. Doesn't really change anything. It's a bit weaker, takes a bit more hits, but still isn't tanky and is even less strong than Plusle was. And Plusle wasn't very strong at all. But both at 95 speed, it's quite nice. So you can be like fast for attack kind of mod. It's not bad. It could be a lot worse. To be fair, it could be a lot worse. And going into the abilities, they both share the same abilities. Lamp. Okay, I think it's better. They both share the same abilities. Q Charm and Pixelate. You're not running Q Charm, but you can infatuate opposite gender Pokemon when they make when they make contact? I'm not entirely sure. But you're mainly using Pixelate, which is a 1.2 boost to every normal type move, and that makes him fairy and as a result stab. So an insane power buff to normal type moves, as well as the making stab, which is very good. It's going to be your strongest stab by a lot because you don't even get move blast. This thing is dazzling, being the strongest stab option, while Pixelate Hyper Voice does a lot more. Yeah. Basically, you're in Pixelate. It's a great ability. These things love it. Some relevant moves. These get a lot of support moves and a lot of setup moves. You get Agility, Calm Mind, and Quiverance for setup. Calm Mind is basically invalidated by the existence of Quiverance, but oh well, I didn't bother to take it off. Like, I took away Thunder Wave because the Nuzzle is like objectively better, but I didn't take out Calm Mind. I'm not sure why. Agility, if you just want to, like, Agility is an option if you want to Baton Pass, because I don't allow Quiverance Baton Pass, like one Quiverance Baton Pass, but I do allow one like Agility Baton Pass, because it's a lot less broken. Baton Pass, you can pass that, you just pivot, but also just get U-turn. So if you really want to Baton Pass for pivoting, why not U-turn? Unless the opponent is like Rocky Helmet user, like a likely Rocky Helmet user or something like Iron Barbed Rough Skin. There's really no point to go Baton Pass for pure momentum over U-turn. Encore to force your opponent to use the same move again, which is like a Dragon type move or something. If you went for Draco Meteor, and it's like now we go for I don't know, poison move to hit your fairy encore, they can't do that. Although you probably outspeed most dragons anyway, if you don't, you're dead regardless. And they might not want to say it against a pixelate mon, but okay, that's not the point. Um, the point is that you can like create opportunities for yourself. Heal well, cure status, recovery move. Plusle gets synthesis, mining gets roost. That's the only difference. They both get a recovery move, but mining gets the more consistently good one. Also has more PP with 16 PP. But since this has 8 PP, it does more in sun, but less in other weathers. So mining has the better recovery, but Plusle has the better everything else. No, not the best better typing and takes less hits, but its hit health recovery can be better, but it's often worse. I'm not even sure. I'm saying sometimes. Uh, Nuzzle attacking move very weak, physical, not using it for the damage, but it guarantees paralysis and it doesn't miss, which is very nice. Quick attack, which is usually pixelate quick attack, which is kind of cool. Reasonably okay. Your attack stat isn't very high at all. Uh, it's priority. That's fair. It's fire type priority basically, which is basically inexistent outside of Sylveon using literally the same thing. Um, uh, quick U-turn for momentum. You can pivot out. Same as with Tompas with damage basically. Tailwind. Mining gets Tailwind. Plusle doesn't get Tailwind. Tailwind, cool support move to boost your team's speed by 2. Um, it's like agility baton pass in one move, but it's temporary basically. Um, and only plus gets Will-O-Wisp, which burns your opponent. Very good status. Um, plus can like pick a choose between Nuzzle and Will-O-Wisp, whichever one it prefers, or even both if you really want to. So yeah, that's basically the relevant moves, the support moves, the whatever. Um, so the first set is the support set. I use Minun for the support set and Plusle for the offensive set because Minun has more bulk and Plusle has more of that attack offensive stats. Um, so Minun, pixelate ability, you always pixelate. You're absolutely always pixelate. It's no debate really. Hyper voice, stab, pretty decently strong, not phenomenally strong, but it's decently strong. U-turn, Nuzzle, Encore. This is like an okay support set. You can also run like recovery, depends on which one you choose. Second step, with which I mean Ice Beam or Flamethrower. Endeavor if you're like Sash, something, and like you can like Endeavor something to 1 HP. Can be cool. Tailwind in case you're Minun if you want to support your team speed, and Willow in case you're Plusle if you want to burn something. Um, or like the entire team if if it actually helps. Uh, or just one to chip. That's also fair fair point. So yeah, supportively, it's not bulky, but you can definitely do some things before you die. Like you can come into something passive after you use like some move. You can encore it. Then you can like U-turn for the slow pivot, guarantee that you're in a good position. Although yeah, you can do that. Um, you can nuzzle to basically guarantee paralyze something. This thing just gets some useful things, and it can like it's not bad. It's not a bad support mon, but a lot of things do it better. That's like the problem. A lot of things do it better with more bulk, more damage, more well damage. Maybe not even more damage because I think it's kind of strong with Pixelate. But yeah, it's not very bulky for a support. It gets the support moves, but doesn't have the stats for a support set. That's like the main issue I have with it. But it does have potential. I just think it gets outclassed by a lot of things quite easily. And yeah, that's the main problem I have with it, like with the support set. But it's not bad. Um, going to the Offensive set, this is not shouldn't surprise anyone. Plusle Delta, Pixelite, Quiverance, Hyper Voice, Second Stab, which is Ice Beam or Flamethrower, and then whatever coverage you want. This is basically what you run on every offensive set, no matter what. Uh, Coverage option is strong. Second Stab, which means with which I mean Fire Blast or Blizzard. Energy Ball helps with the water types that neither of them hit very well, except Hyper Voice, but still. Um, Also helps with like ground types for Plusle and rock types also for Plusle, but also kind of for Minun. That's everything grass is super effectively. You can run Psychic, although stored power after one Quiver Dance almost does more. After two, it definitely does more, but after one, after one I think it's base 60. After two is base 120, and then it's a lot stronger than Psychic already. So if you expect to only get one Quiver Dance up, run Psychic. If you expect to get more than which is one, run Stored Power. Because it helps deal with the poison types that fairies don't really like. Helps deal with the fighting types that especially Plusle doesn't really like. Although fairy is super effective already. Wait, I mean Minun doesn't like fighting types. Plusle doesn't really care. Um, what else does like help with? Not really much at all. You can run recovery if you want. If you expect to be able to set up on something like something special, boost your def, be able to set up against it. You can run Encore to create setup opportunities for yourself. Anchor something into a sport move, and then get free equivalences. And you can run Charge Beam if you really want. I saw it last minute, put it on here. Um, it's an electric type move, can help with flying types, although Minun shouldn't struggle, and helps with um, water types, which both of them kind of struggle with, which I guess is a fair point. But I think Plusle especially would prefer just hitting them with Energy Ball because some of them just straight up die to +1 Energy Ball. Although it's kind of strong, it's not. It probably doesn't die to +1 Energy Ball, but they definitely don't die to +1 Charge Beam. I don't even think they die to +1 into +2 Charge Beam. But yeah. Offensive, it's not bad. Definitely has potential. I do think this is the best set, regardless of which one you choose. The defensive set is just not that good at all, in my opinion. But I do think the offensive set can be quite scary if your opponent doesn't expect it, because who does expect Delta Plus or Delta Minus to come? Um, Offensively, I do think that Minun is offensively better typing wise, but Plusle has the way better typing and can create a lot more setup opportunities for itself. Is stronger. Like Plusle is more consistently good, but Minun has like a way better typing. Although Plusle's typing is not bad either. Like Fire and Fairy is basically a lot of things. Okay, actually, Minun is bad. Plusle is a lot better than mine. What am I saying? Minun can't actually hit steel types. I just realized that, and that's a huge problem for Minun. Plusle doesn't have that problem, unless it's Heatran. But unless it's Heatran, it doesn't have that problem. Um, Plusle is a lot better because of that. I just realized that. I'm very good at preparing this. I don't really think much. Um, so yeah, Plusle is the superior one in basically every scenario. But yeah, mine is just the sad little brother that's also kind of there, but it's not nearly as good. Um, because it cannot hit steel types at all, and it's sad. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, cool, cheap support options with setup potential. Uh, don't ever get mine and over Plusle. It's really not that good. Plusle has potential. Plusle is kind of good. I'd rate Plusle pretty good. It's like a cheap one, but there are other options that are just also good. Um, but yeah, I do think it's one of the better cheap Quiver dancers. So it's better than Butterfree. It's better than I don't know what else is there. I don't even know. But yeah, see you all next time with Delta Wailord, which is very cool. Haha, it's an ice type. But yeah, see y'all then. Goodbye.